If you feel worthless, you may feel hopeless and insignificant. You may find you have feelings of guilt, or that you feel useless and beyond help. You may feel that you have nothing to offer the world. This can make you feel that everything is wrong, and that there's nothing good in your life. It can be easy to focus on the negative aspects of your life rather than the positive ones. If low self-esteem, where you have a generally negative opinion of yourself, is causing you to feel worthless, then you may be very critical of yourself. You may avoid challenges or relationships for fear of being criticized, even becoming socially isolated. You may neglect your appearance or abuse alcohol or drugs. If you're experiencing any of these feelings, see your doctor for advice. Several factors can contribute to a feeling of being worthless. It may be sparked by an event, such as a relationship breakdown, loss of a loved one, losing your job, or by an ongoing situation like bullying, poor performance at school, abuse, or financial pressure. A person who was constantly criticized when young may form the negative core belief that they are worthless. A core belief is a deeply held assumption you've come to think about yourself or the world, based on your childhood experience. Our core beliefs drive our automatic thoughts. If you persistently have low self-esteem, it can erode your confidence and leave you feeling insecure, unmotivated, and cause you to feel worthless. If you have feelings of low self-esteem, feel worthless, or feel useless, it may seem worthless or be hard to feel motivated to reach out for help. People can feel bad and feel discouraging thoughts about themselves for a variety of reasons. But with some support, you can transform these old thoughts into new ones that feel productive and promote positivity. You may feel worthless right now, but with practice you can recover and feel good about yourself. Self-esteem issues can stem from several different sources and can vary from person to person. Here are some common reasons why you might be struggling right now. Childhood experiences such as bullying and domestic abuse. Adult situations like termination from a job, financial issues, or dealing with a divorce. Feeling like the odd one out at school or work, and in other social situations. Stress and pressure to meet demands. Discrimination in various capacities, especially regularly. Some of these issues will be covered within the article, but it is important to note that even though yours might not be listed here, your self-esteem issues can be treated effectively regardless of the cause of them. This does not mean that your reasons of feeling worthless do not matter. Rather, the techniques used by therapists to treat self-esteem issues can be applied just about everywhere. Negative thinking patterns can feel overpowering at times, and it might seem very challenging to escape them. However, they have also learned behaviors, which means that it is possible to undo them and develop positive ones that uplift you. A lack of self-esteem is one of the most common reasons that people decide to seek help, and millions of people have successfully overcome their negative feelings. One of the most popular techniques for fighting self-esteem issues is cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, because it identifies connections between emotions, thoughts, and behavior, and aids you in developing the practical skills needed to manage any negative or harmful patterns. For example, if you're thinking, I don't have anything interesting to say, so you don't engage in social behavior, you can change this belief. Perhaps you have had a negative life experience that caused it in the first place, and by understanding where your attitudes come from, you can address them and change them. For instance, if this thought comes up, CBT would empower you to recognize it and combat it by telling yourself, I'm full of life experiences, and I have a unique point of view. My experiences and perspectives are valid and interesting. Feeling worthless is a deep, dark emotion many people experience without warning. It may be difficult to see things differently when life seems unfair or too complicated to deal with now. Many may not think about their mental health, but this feeling could signal something about your mental health you should further explore. Having this feeling doesn't feel good, but likely you're not the only person experiencing it. Furthermore, others can relate who have found ways to overcome their feelings by taking a more in-depth look into themselves. Understanding the status of your mental health includes assessing your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Learning details about your mental health is significant because it helps you learn how to help yourself and gain awareness of what other people found helpful when dealing with the same issue. People with feelings of worthlessness may engage in unhealthy behaviors such as binge eating, substance abuse, or struggle with mental illness or eating disorders. Valuing oneself means valuing the inner compass that tells you what is important to you. Celebrate the things you are good at, even the small accomplishments. Try to avoid looking down on yourself. Instead, talk positively about yourself as if you were talking to someone that you care deeply about. When you talk to others, you often value them above yourself, which means that you are less likely to say something to upset them. By talking to yourself the same way, you'll be less likely to use thoughts or words that would bring you down. Be realistic about your limits. If you're feeling overwhelmed, lower your expectations a little. Taking supportive actions for yourself is not failing. It is merely giving yourself a chance to be successful in the long run. When you have reached a goal, celebrate it. Always try to acknowledge compliments and recognize that one thing you should do is treat yourself with care. Talk to someone you trust. Even though you may feel like withdrawing from social contact, connecting with people may help you feel better and add some perspective. Imagine you're helping a friend. Think how you would advise a friend if they had negative thoughts about themselves. You would probably find all their good points and remind them about those. So why not try that on yourself? Challenge your negative thoughts. Make a list of your good points. Write down your 3 best features. These might be physical characteristics. For example, that you have a nice smile. Or they could be things about your character. For example, that you're friendly. You can ask a friend or family member to help you with this. Carry the list with you and look at it whenever you feel negative to remind yourself of your good points. Turn negatives into positives. Make a list of the main negatives in your life and work through these one by one. If you find you're blaming yourself for everything, try rethinking each issue to see if there could be an alternate explanation. Then try to work out what you can do to create some positive outcomes for each of your issues. You may want to ask someone you trust, like a friend or a family member, to help you with this. Remember happy times. Think about times when you've had fun and enjoyed yourself in the past. Use these memories to help you plan a similar event for the future, so you have something to look forward to. Get outside. Getting some fresh air and sunlight can help improve mood. Interacting with nature or spending time with pets or other animals can also be a good mood booster, as well as reducing stress. Stay active. Try to get some exercise. Do some stretching. However small, any activity can lead to more energy and increase positive feelings. Avoid alcohol and drugs. While they may seem to help initially, in the long term, drugs and alcohol may worsen your situation and can disturb sleep patterns. Get enough sleep. Sleep and mental health are closely linked. Developing a healthy sleep routine can help you get enough restful sleep. Eat a healthy diet. What you eat affects how you feel, and a poor diet can increase feelings of anxiety and depression. Eating well can improve your concentration, energy levels, and sleep. Try to include fruits and vegetables, high-fiber foods, fermented foods, olive oil, and fish in your diet. Valuing yourself means that you believe that you matter and that you can make a difference, and you treat yourself accordingly. There are several ways to tap into your inherent value as a person. Some examples are by helping others, and by valuing what you already know and what you have accomplished. Start by contributing to your community. Volunteering with other people can show you how much you have to be thankful for, and feeling like you're making a difference can give your mood a boost. By being thankful, you may also be able to see what aspects of your day are precious that sometimes get taken for granted. Try to pick 5 things each day that you feel grateful for. Bonus if they're things about yourself. Anytime you notice that you're talking negatively about yourself, take a moment to pause and think about what you would say if you were talking to someone else instead. It's likely you wouldn't be as critical. Ask yourself, how is saying this to myself helping me? You deserve an inner dialogue that helps you to achieve your goals and reach your dreams, so try to let go of the thoughts that stand in your way. Self-worth has to do with accepting yourself as you are, and knowing that even with your faults, you are a valued person. None of us are perfect. We all have things that we want to change about ourselves, and that is okay. You can have a desire to push yourself to be healthier without letting it distract from your overall sense of worth and quality of life. The key is to accept yourself for everything you are while letting go of all the things you are not. In doing this, you'll increase your overall level of happiness and even perhaps have an easier time making those changes that are within your control to change. Be proud of who you are and everything you have gone through to create yourself that way, regardless of any perceived imperfections.